I was gonna say, speaking of tools, that like we mentioned before, Akuma has a ridiculously large tool set. So yeah, really quick, just to go over, like if you're looking to get into Akuma, I think what you really need to know is like this main combo. So it's crouching. Yep. Let me just calm down and like think about what I'm actually saying here. So it's crouching, medium punch, boom. Medium kick
stand medium
into
kick.
standing medium kick into light tatsu into shoryuken.
Yep.
So the way that all looks together is like this. Yep. And that's basically
that's a quarter of a person's life for no meter.
Yeah, that's Akuma's bread and butter. And what you can also do, you can take that and you can combo into a super with it. This is kind of like the basic building block of what you'd want to do if you were trying to learn Akuma. You can go into V-trigger right here and do that little thing.
Yeah, you could probably even get a little bit more before you activate, I think.
Basically, it would look like this.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
Boom. So yeah, Akuma does crazy damage. He's also got a crazy amount of special moves. He's got 3 different variations of his Hadoken. Light goes the furthest, also goes the slowest. If you'll notice, it doesn't go all the way across the screen.
That's right, which is a really important
distinction.
A really important distinction. That's the... I can't remember the last time, if ever, Akuma's had that limitation on
Yeah, and it's also important to note that it actually blows up. And if you get hit by the explosion, it knocks you down rather than the normal Hadoken thing of just, knocking you back a little. So he's got 3 variations. This one's the heavy one. It goes the shortest, but also goes the fastest. He can fire them all in the air. Different button press changes the trajectory of it. He's got different tatsus, so that's the light tatsu, which can be comboed. And his heavy tatsu goes into the air. And you can actually do this really cool thing where you can basically combo a light tatsu into a heavy tatsu, which is kind of neat.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I mentioned before that Akuma has 3 Hadokens. He actually has this one also,
that's right.
which is...
which you can juggle with.
Yeah, I mean that...
The anti-air, that
oh,
thing,
yeah. So
you can anti-air that, and then they can make them land on the...
Like that. Yeah. There you go. Someone mentioned Raging Demon, and we didn't really go over it. But yeah, so I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Akuma is the only person in this game who has 2 critical arts.
So, unless you want to be technical about it and say that, in the Kali with... when he's in V-trigger and out of V-trigger.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 2 different animations.
Yeah,
the properties
basically
are very
the same
similar.
thing, though, right?
The properties are very similar. I think the old kanji was the kanji for heaven. I think, and now it's different.
Also, I'm pretty sure he's invulnerable throughout that entire thing. So it's also unblockable. So it's very slow. You can jump over it and
you can neutral jump it on reaction and punish the hell out of it.
Yeah, you can punch the hell out of it on neutral jump.
Again, like I said before, it's not what I would call a good move. But
style points though.
But it's style points.
Points.
And I mean, there are already interesting setups that some of the better players are coming up with that, could work.
So one thing I wanted to mention about Akuma, and just to kind of go into the amount of tools that he has. Because like I said, I think of any character in Street Fighter V, Akuma's tool set is just ridiculous. He's got something for every scenario.
He does.
Especially when he activates V-trigger, because when outside of V-trigger, you can only throw a air Hadoken jumping forward. You can't throw it neutral jumping, you can't throw it back jumping. But if you activate V-trigger, not only can you do that, but you throw 2 of them. So you can do, if they're playing really aggressively, you can start doing jump back Hadokens. You can mix up your game very substantially once you activate that V-trigger.
Yeah, his damage potential, his versatility, his zoning, depending on, like you said, if he has V-trigger on or not. Like you said, he has something for everyone. But that said, I don't think he has one super abusable tool. So in that sense, I feel like Akuma only gets what he earns. Like he really has to adjust to enemy playstyles. He has to play differently in like almost every matchup, I feel like.
Right.